What's going on, everybody? We are back today to learn another song on guitar by MacKenzie Bourg. This song is called Little Moon. It's actually releasing later tonight, hopefully. At the time of recording this, I will not have heard the studio version of the song that I will be releasing on iTunes. I've only watched, and I'll leave a link to it in the description of this video, the live version that he did and a couple performances that he's done, just kind of like a pre-show of the song. So that's what I'm going off of for this video, for this tutorial, so I will definitely leave a link for that down below. You guys should check it out. It's good music. I think it sounds really good. He's a great singer. Obviously, I cannot sing this song. It's just kind of like Roses. It's out of my range. But regardless, we're going to show you how to play it. We have the capo on the first fret. Hello. There's my head. There's my first fret with the capo on it. So yeah, there you go. So you're ready for that. If you got a capo, this song's going to be in finger picking. It's not super hard. If you can switch between your chords well enough already, then you should be able to figure this out. And even if you're a beginner, this is a great song to introduce finger picking with no pick at all. Although you could probably use a pick now that I think about it, and it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But it's a good song to get warmed up with the fingers. And so we're gonna get right into it. I'm gonna start with showing you the chords. The chords in the song for the verse are going to be G in open position. There's also going to be a B minor, a C, and then a D, which is actually the C shape of D, which is up 2 frets from a C. So you move it up. And that's actually very crucial to the verse because there's a part that plays along with it, and I'll show you that. So in the pre-chorus is A minor to B minor, A minor to C to D. And that's actually going to be a very reoccurring thing in this song, this C to D thing. That's going to be in pretty much every section of the song. Like the next section, chorus, which is going to be a G to an E minor, to a C, to a D, to the F shape of a G, which is just taking an F chord and moving it up 2 positions. And then there's one other bridge breakdown. That's just going to be A minor to C to D. Just kind of like that. So this whole song, like I said, it's not super complicated. It's just you got to be ready to finger pick a little bit and to switch chords. So without further ado, let's get into the actual song itself. So it's going to start off with the verse. We're going to start with the G chord. And really the only note you need is this root note. You don't even have to worry about anything down here. For the G, or even up here if you're playing this G. You can just play this one. And all these chords are going to be relative to the capo. I should have said that at the beginning, but I think it goes without saying, kind of. It just makes it easier for everyone to understand. So you're going to start with your... I like to use my middle finger on that 3rd fret of the root note for the G, and then you're going to pluck on all these chords in the verse. You're going to pluck the D and the G string with the root note. So you're going to pluck root note, then D, G. Root note, then D, G, then root note, then D, G. It's just going to be that pattern the same over and over again. So starting with the G chord, you're going to pluck the root note, D, G. Just like that. Okay. Hold on, this popped up on my screen. There we go. Okay, so just like that. That's the first chord. Then you move to the B minor, and the root note's now the A string. And actually on the B minor, he likes to pluck the B string with the G string on the last one, so you get that higher sound to it. Then the C, it's going to be A, D, G. And then you're going to slide into the D on the A pluck, and then D, G. Just like that. So I'm going to play through it again for you. You can always resolve on the G whenever you feel like you've played that enough. But that's going to be the intro and the verse. So the whole time he's singing, he's playing that just like that over and over, pretty much on a loop. Which is kind of cool. I like the way it sounds. It's very calming. It's very relaxed. Kind of like Roses. It's very low-key, mellow, and all that good stuff. So then, yeah. So that covers the whole verse. That covers a very large portion of the song. I'm going to teach you the pre-chorus, which really isn't all that difficult. It's actually a lot easier because you're just strumming. You can actually finger pick it, and I'll show you it both ways. So it's going to be A minor to B minor to A minor, and then we're going to do the C to D, and then we'll get into the chorus. But for that part, that's what you need. So if you could also do it like this. I like that way better, at least for the first time around, because you're not into the whole strumming thing yet. We're trying to get, you know, a little more into it. That gives you, just keeps that calm feel, especially with those bass notes. You're just playing that part of it, which is pretty cool. On that C, on that last C to D, you're just playing the root note. So that's kind of cool. I like that to it. But the strumming for that's just going to be down, up, 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 down, down. There you go. There's the whole pre-chorus. I might be moving a little fast, and if I am, because you're new to like playing a lot, just rerun the video. Just run it back a little bit, rewind, look through it again, and you should be able to pick it up. This song's not super difficult. It really isn't, but it's just you gotta know what you're doing. So. Then we get into the chorus, which is going to be something like this, which is going to be the G. A little walk down to E minor. Then you're going to do C to D. And then we're going to use that F-shaped G with that fancy voodoo magic of that hammer-on right there. That's really hard. No, it's not hard at all. You can. It's pretty cool actually, and it sounds great. So open G, and it's going to be same as the pre-chorus. You're going to go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, walk down, then E minor. And I don't actually put my middle finger down on this spot for E minor. You can. It sounds fine. I don't know. It's just. I don't know, when I do that walk down, I just like getting it to here. And then you can do the C to the D. Okay, so what's that last little part? So if you don't know how to make that G chord, let me humor you. If you make an F right here, you could take that position with the bass note on 1 and move it two steps, or a whole step up, not 2 whole steps. 2 whole steps would be way up here. A whole step up, which is just 2 positions, 2 frets up the neck. And what that does, it turns it into a G. Okay, sorry for the random cut, but going back to what we were on, it's going to take this F shape and move it up a whole step, which is 2 frets up to this position, on 3rd position, which is a G. It actually has the same, those 2 notes, which are the same in here. And then you have these 2 little things. But what he does is he'll hit the bass note, and then he'll strum. So then at the end of that, it's going to sound like this. Just like that. And all that is a hammer on the G string of the 5th fret relative to the capo with your pinky finger. And then you get back into the verse. Okay, so on. The last part you need to know for this song, I know, it went by so fast, didn't it? Is the bridge where he's just kind of doing his all that stuff. That needs to be covered with, and then also, if I can wake up from this dream, wake up from this dream, if I can wake up from this dream, wake up from this dream, when he just does that for a lot. All that is going to do an A minor for, there's 4 measures. You're going to do an A minor for 1 measure. So you do the A minor for 1 measure, then C, then D for 2 measures. And then that works you right back into the chorus. And then the last time around, he just does it one more time. I'd be a star, you'd be my little moon. And then you end on the G, the open G, and then that's the whole song. That covers it all. Really the toughest part of the song is getting this switch with the finger picking down. But honestly, it's the coolest part of the song, and it's the part worth learning, especially if you're new to finger picking. It's a very easy, very slow, using some excuse me, using some basic chords that are very easy to shift between, especially because, I mean, some of them, that even slides into each other. If you can't do B minor, it's something you're going to have to learn, because it is a very common chord in a lot of songs and very useful in a lot of songs, and definitely going to be used in a lot of songs. So it's something worth learning and trying to figure out. If that's kind of scaring you, like, oh, bar chords, I don't know if I can do that, just try it, see if you can make it happen, go slow. And really, my other advice is, if you want to learn something and there's not necessarily a good tutorial on it, just watch the original artist perform it and see if you can pick up on what he or she is doing when they're performing it. The performances they do with just a single guitar are best, because you can hear, and you're only hearing them, and you can watch them at the same time. So there's no band to distract you and stuff like that. When that's how I learned this one. I was kind of waited around to try and learn it, because I was like, I don't know if I can do that. There's not really, and it wasn't a very good video per se, just in terms of overall quality, just because it was taken off of a live stream. It wasn't the best, but what I'm trying to say is it can be done, and it's not something that should scare you. It's something that you should try and do, and I recommend you can do, because it can happen. So that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, give me a comment, let me know what you think of my teaching skills. I know this is kind of freezing at the end, but I'm not playing anything, I'm just talking, so it's not that big of a deal. That's what the random cut 4 was earlier too, so yeah. So that's going to be it. I'm going to sign off here. Hopefully this helps you learn it and you listen to the song later tonight on iTunes. So good deal, good deal. So I'm going to catch you guys later. Peace out.